Hello everyone, this is Talk Time with Cynthia. I know it's been a while since we've last met, and I do apologize for that, but I had to take vacation, vacation from everything. So anyway, the topic of discussion today is credit cards. So anyway, what I wanted to talk about is the importance of credit card and the fact that credit cards aren't bad. I know a lot of people think that credit cards are bad. I used to think credit cards are bad until I learned how to manage my credit cards, which is very important. So, okay, one point I wanted to make first off is that once you are approved for credit cards and you decide that that's what you need, and I didn't say want, I say need. If you just want a credit card, just um, don't even bother with getting one. But if you need one, then that's the difference. So anyway, so what you do is first of all, you make sure you realize that it's not your money and it's money that you're gonna always have to pay back. Okay, that's first off. You keep that always in the back of your mind. You using money from a credit card, you're gonna have to pay it back. It's not really your money. So I mean, don't get so overexcited that you're spending it and at an astronomical rate and you can't pay it back. So first of all, um, when you get your credit card and you spend money or whatever, you make sure the key to managing a good credit. One of the keys to managing a good credit card is you always pay your credit card on time. The date that is due, you pay it on time. Okay, because when you pay it on time and you need to increase your credit rate, I mean your credit line, then they'll allow you to increase your credit line. Never ever 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 be late. That way they'll know that you are good for whatever money, whatever line of credit they give you. And number two, the second thing is, it says keep up with what balances is in what month. So the thing is, um, when you spend for that particular month, you make sure you pay before the end of the month the whole balance off. And so you have to keep up with what you spending within that month, because sometimes when you get your credit card, your credit statement, they'll have the balance for one month and the other month running together. So it's your responsibility to keep up with what that is from month to month. From the, say if you got to pay it on the 15th, from the 15th to the 15th of the next month, all that in between is what you pay out. Um, but sometimes what they do, they, instead of giving it to you from the 15th to the 15th, they tend to tack one month onto the next month, and it's kind of confusing on, okay, what do I really owe? What is my real balance for that month? So once you figure out what's the balance for that month, then what they do, they combine the balances together for that month, and then for the some for the next month. But this that part for that the following month, you don't have to pay it until the 15th of that particular month. So the thing is, if you make sure that from the 15th to the 15th of the say April, from the 15th to the from the 15th April to the 15th of um May, try to get my months right, from from the 15th of April to the 15th of May, in between that, that's when you have to make sure that you pay that within that month before the end of the month. And when you pay for the before the end of the month, you don't get no interests on your credit card, and you stay in good standing. And uh and two, make sure you pay more than the minimum. If you can't pay it off within that month, make sure you pay more than the minimum. Because when you pay more than the minimum, at least try to pay half of what you spent within that month. But I I would say to you, just make sure that if don't spend more than what your monthly balance is, what your monthly wages is. That way, you'll be able to pay it off. And don't put just like frivolous stuff on, like I want to buy a candy bar, or I saw this new dress I want, or whatever. Try not to put stuff like that on your credit card. Unless it's like an occasion, like, maybe you don't have money to get a dress for a funeral. Those are emergency things. But other than that, usually what I do, I put my car payment, my mortgage, I put my light bill, water bill, or things like car payment, stuff like that. It's stuff that you're gonna have to pay, and you know that you have the money for it, the actual money for. That's what you put on your credit card. That way, when you get your paycheck from where you work at, or wherever you get your money from, and when you get that, then you take that money that you would normally pay your car payment out of your paycheck. You take that money and then you pay off your credit card, because the only thing you put on there is your car payment and your mortgage and things that you normally gonna pay. And I know I'm probably saying the same thing over and over again, because I really want you to get this and how you manage your credit card. So because a lot of people, I noticed that they struggle and everything, and they don't have to. If you just be disciplined and just learn how to manage your credit cards. And once you learn how to manage your credit card and what to put on the credit card and what not to put on the credit card, then you'll be okay. But if you feel like that you don't have the discipline enough, don't mess with credit cards at all, period. And that's my advice to you. And I had to learn when I was younger. You know how you get the credit card, got some money now. Now you want to buy this back, and you figure, okay, they say my minimum is $15. Sure, I could spend this money right here, and then I could just pay $15 every month. Come time to pay my credit card, but then you get caught up, and then something happened, and you can't pay the $15, and baby need pamper, formula, or whatever, what have you. You know how things happen. You feel like you can see your way through to the end of the month, and then something pop up you wasn't expecting, and you have to say, shoot, well, I'm gonna need that $15 to do this, and then now you got late fees, and then they start piling on to the credit card. So you have to be careful. But I mean, credit cards, you can really manage credit cards well, but you have to know how to manage the credit card that you get, that you have. So, but anyway, and one of my other thing is, like I was saying, pay more than the minimum. That's what I was saying right there. And then I'll say, make sure you pay the full balance before the end of the month, because that'll help you. That'll help your will it help you not to have interest rate. It'll help you build up your credit line. It'll help you what else did I say? And it helps your credit score too. And if you want to build up your credit score, you get you a credit card and you start paying your credit card on time, your credit score will skyrocket. If you need to buy a car and to have a good interest rate on your car, that's how you build up your credit. I'm telling you, credit cards are not bad. A lot of people tell you credit cards are bad, but they're not bad. And I want you to get the fact that they're not bad, but you just have to know how to manage them. And it took me, being older and a little bit wiser to be able to, know how to handle credit cards. And then also, and I do apologize for looking down. And also, it says, okay, like I said, don't spend more than your monthly wages. because if you do, then you're gonna be in a bind to try to pay everything off at the end of the month or whatever. Not that you're gonna spend all of your monthly wages, but just say, you never know, you never know. So always spend within what you can afford to pay back is what I'm saying. And it says make sure to only put your monthly bills on your credit cards. And it says only the bills that you would normally pay. Light bill, water bill, stuff like that. And then it says, then I wrote, and I apologize for reading it. And then I wrote, always, always tell yourself, that ain't really my money, Keep that in the back of your mind. This ain't my money. I'm going to have to pay it back. So I'm not going to sit up there and spend what I can't pay back. And it says, then it says, and then only use it for emergency. You have an emergency, you use your card for emergencies, and you can't help that. But try not to have too many emergency calls by yourself. Life brings about emergencies, but you try not to be that part of that life that bring about emergency. Things happen sometimes that's not in our control. And then it says, okay, and when you manage your credit card well, there are rewards. Your reward is your increase in your credit line. Cause like my credit card started off with a small amount, and I won't disclose how much my credit card is. But it started off with a small amount, but as time went on, it more than tripled after I started paying my credit card on time. It more than tripled, and that was just for the first 5 months. And then the second 5 months, it more than tripled again. And so now I'm on a stretch of my next 6 months. So my next 6 months, it's going to more than triple again. So anyway, what I'm trying to do, I'm just trying to build it up. So if I decide that I'm going to do something a little bigger, then I have my credit card to fall back on. And it helped me there. And then, like I said, your credit score, it helps you build your credit score up. And once you do all that, then you can start, leaving a little money in your bank account so you can have a savings. Savings is important to have because you never know when something's going to happen and you're going to need actual money to put your hand on, so you don't have to worry about using the credit card so much. It's not a wise idea to depend on the credit card for everything. For a lot of things, you just go ahead and, spend money on and your regular money on. And so the only reason why you putting, paying your bills with the credit card, so they'll see activity on the credit card. So they'll say, okay, she got pretty good activity, or he got pretty good activity on the credit card. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna give them more credit, and that's how you build more credit, by them seeing how much you spending every month. So they'll be like, okay, let's give us some more. Let's give us some more. Especially if you're trying to, I say start a business, or you trying to, not saying you're gonna put everything, which is not a good idea, is put all of your business things on a credit card. But I'm saying just have a credit card, so you never know. You never know when you're going to need it. But always be wise in whatever you do. And always think again before you use the credit cards for something other than to build up credit. Because you can build up, like I said, you can build up credit to do, just to take some money, some actual money, and put it away in an account. And then it'll help you have better budgeting habits. Budget your money and stuff or whatever. And then, like I said, if you want to buy a car, it'll give you better interest rate on a car, because you build your credit up so much until it really works that way. So, but anyway, so thank you guys for listening at my video, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my video. And I say thank you so much, and you guys have a good night.